Yes,
Yes,
doctor.
okay. All right. So, okay, so right now, hopefully that everybody is in the correct course, okay. So we were in the course top subject, which is Introduction to Mechatronic System, BEKM2342, and we have two lecturers teaching for this subject this semester. So I myself will be handling section 2, and Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Fahmi will be handling section 1. So our class day schedule for section 2 will be on Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. So means that this morning lah. But normally I won't make the class at 8 lah. So I'm going to make it at 8:30 until 10. Okay, 1.5 hour. And then Friday, sometimes I'm going to make a session, or we don't have any session. Okay, so it depends. And for this semester, since we are going to implement it online class, so we have two methods for online class. It's either synchronous class. Synchronous class is something like this. Means that I'm going to share you the WebEx link, and then we are going to I'm going to teach you on the topic on the class, or I'm going to do the second type, which is the asynchronous type. So asynchronous type is that I'm going to share to you the lessons in Ulearn directly. So you're going to follow the flow of the lessons until completion. So example, for this week 1, actually I have uploaded in Ulearn what you should do for lesson 1, but I'm going to explain to you guys. So this morning class is really important, so that hopefully if you understand this class for this morning, then you will understand how you are going to attend, or how are you going to commit to the class for the whole semester for 14 weeks. Okay, so anyway, so there are two ways of each for online teaching, and for each of the weekly class, after each class, I'm going to ask for student feedback. Means that feedback from students. So what do you think about this class? Summarize it. So what topic that you have learned? So example, if you have learned today on mechanical actuator, so what type of mechanical actuator that you have learned? So list it out in point form, at least 5 point form in the feedback form that I have uploaded in Ulearn. Okay, so at least I know that after you have completed everything, the lesson for that week, and then you answer the feedback, that will be the confirmation of attendance for that week. Okay, other than the attendance that I set in the Ulearn, they will be attended based on the feedback form. Okay, so to confirm that you actually attended. Right. So for today is that I'm going to explain to you about myself first. So since most of you do not know me, I think maybe you have heard my name, Dr. Mariam, so on, but you actually do not know what background I'm from and so on. Okay, and I will explain a bit on the rule and regulation of my class lah. This is normal, common in what I have teach since 2005. I've teach students, so I will lay out what are the rules and regulation to students, so that if you follow all of the regulations in my class, then you will actually score A for this subject. But if you do not follow, then unfortunately you won't get an A, right? And then third one is that what are the topics being covered in this subject. So this subject is 2 credit hour. Even though it's 2 credit hour, it doesn't mean that it's actually easy. Okay, if you do not study, if you do not work hard, if you do not commit to the lesson that I share, that I actually put up in the Ulearn, then you will not actually get an A. So this is really important. Total we have actually 10 chapters. So a lot of chapters will be covered in this subject, which is 2 credit hours. So it's actually a fundamental part on Introduction to Mechatronics. Okay, and fourth one is that on the learning outcome. Okay, so learning outcome. So what you actually achieve by the end of each topic, and list of reference I'm going to share with you. So you might be want to refer to some reference book, so you can search it online. Okay, reference book and so on. And then how are you going to be assessed? So I will lay out what are the course assessment. Okay, so a little bit about myself. Okay, so if you see here is that this is a photo being taken back in 2012. I was doing my PhD back in Japan. So if you see this is that I'm the only girl in the, this actually is my lab members, my lab members, all of this, except for this person is my sensei. So I'm the only girl in among all the six lab mates. So this one is just a motivation to all the girls in my class lah. Okay. Even though if you think that if you are alone, you are not alone actually until you find a friend. Means that make networking. Okay, make a friend. You are not alone. Okay, so make sure that you find friends to study so that you can cope with these 4 years in UTM. I was back in Japan. I was doing my PhD with a master degree. So I actually was in Japan for 5 years. So for the whole 5 years, actually, I need to adapt to student coming in and going out, graduation and so on. So their student coming in and graduate going out into the lab. So adapting is really important. Okay, find new friends and learn to cope with new friends. Okay, so this is my background. I have been in with UTM since 2005, so it's quite a long way, a long time ago. So now it's 2020, so it's 15 years with UTM. And attached here is my telephone number and my email, so you can directly, if you have problem regarding class or you want to ask something regarding class topics, you can directly email me. Okay, I will prefer you send an official email so that you learn how to write an email. Okay, do not send ask question in Telegram. I prefer in email so that I can actually reply longer text. Okay, and in this table is that my qualification. Okay, if you see here is that I actually graduate in Bachelor of Electrical Engineering back in 2003 from UTM Skudai. So my discipline that time was on power electrical engineering, so means that high voltage and power system. Okay, but and directly after that I continued my master by top course. Taking a top course means that is taking classes, master classes, and then I have a dissertation thesis on a master project. So I actually changed discipline. I went from power electrical to mechatronics and control engineering. So I'm more inclined towards mechatronics and control at the time. So that's why I changed my discipline. So I was doing it at UTM Skudai. And after that, 2005, actually, I started working as a part-time lecturer at UINS Malaya for 1 month up until I get an offer from BEKM. So I have been with BEKM since 2005 and working for roughly about 2 years. I went for my PhD in Tokyo Institute of Technology, Japan. So 5 years I did my PhD, but towards my PhD I actually received another degree on Master of Engineering, Mechatronics in Mechanical Engineering, or we call it as Precision Engineering. So I did I would say that I have a double master in here, but the aim was when I went to Japan was to get a PhD degree. So I did have 2 convocations back in Japan. So 5 years, and 2012 I came back here. And I have been teaching since. So since then, I actually have been appointed as the Deputy Dean Academic back in 2014. Okay, for 2 years, I was the TDA, Timbalan Dekan Academic, for 2 years. And then I was the COE Manager for Research, I think twice, from 2013 to 2014, and another after I finished my Deputy Dean. After I come back from my attachment at IFMedian, I actually continue, I was positioned as the COE manager again back in 2017. And 2019, last year, I was appointed as the deputy director for the Center of Academic Excellence at KAIS. So my office is at campus industry. So I'm working there as the deputy director right now. So my specialization in research is on actuator design. So most of my postgraduate student or even my final year graduate student, they are doing on actuator design or on controlling. Okay, control. So if you want to know more about me, so you can directly go to my website lah. I have my own website, mariamghazali.com. So just type it, you can actually go to and look at my website. Right. So okay, so I have introduced myself. So I want to know more about my student. Who are my students? So can you just go to take out your handphone? Okay, your handphone, scan this QR code. Okay, and try to fill in the details. So example, this is the QR code. Okay, I'm going to share the link of the QR code in the chat, so you can just click on that. Okay, this is the link in the chat, so go to the link. Okay, so okay, so if you click on the link, you're going to go to this page. So this is like ice breaking. Okay, ice breaking. I would like to know more about my students, so that, because right now we are having online classes. So online classes is actually very difficult for lecturers to actually connect with students. So at least I want to know your background. Want to know how you look like and so on. So the girls who are not wearing your hijab right now, you can just wear simple one and then take out photo, or you can upload your own photo that you have in your handphone. So what I would like you to know is that when you click, you can directly click here. Okay, you can see that there's a button here, plus button. So just click that. When you click that, on the title, write in your name, your full name. Okay, means that for example, Mariam binti Mat Ghazali. Okay, Mariam binti Mat Ghazali. And then next is that click this one and just copy it. So what's your name, your year course, okay. Okay, year and course. Okay, your matrix. I would like to know that where are you? You are actually graduated from matrix or SDPM. Sorry, this one is SDPM. Diploma. Where's your hometown? For example, I'm from Cheras. And what is your dream job? Okay, so what is your dream job? Right? So, and then you can also edit here and upload a photo. You can either upload here or you can take a photo. So let's do it now. I give you roughly about 2 minutes to do it. Okay, 2 minutes.
I can't find the plus button.
It's down here. No plus button?
No, madam, it's not there.
At the bottom there? No. Sekejap while icon, attribute new post, comment, reaction, require approval. Yang lain, how about the others? There's no plus button
No,
No,
sir.
Doctor.
No
No.
Weird Why tak ada Should be no problem. Invite, share. Pray for my handphone.
Excuse me, doctor.
Yes?
Do we need to sign up first?
Yes, you need to have a Google Mail. Google Mail pula. Gmail. You need to sign up using Gmail. Or, okay, go to Padlet. You have download Play Store. Go to Play Store and download Padlet. You never used Padlet before
No, doctor.
No. Okay, go to Google pula. Padlet. You see here, Padlet. Padlet. Okay, so okay, let's do this slowly. Okay, since we have time. Right, go to your Play Store. Okay, and download Padlet. Padlet. Okay, then sign up. Can you try that? Because I think okay. Can you check again? I think previous one was private code. The privacy was private, not public. So can you check again? I think now you can actually log in. Can you check if you can okay, I think student able to enter right now. Okay, so let me just share the content. Sorry, technical problem. Okay, right now, okay, student can enter. Okay, so if you just type in your name, you can just go to, for example, one way Jane, you can just click on the edit there. Okay, you can edit. Okay, for my case is that I already type here. I can enter again and then I can edit it. Okay, you can look at my example here, and then you can upload your face or your photo lah. Alright. So I give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Finish this. Okay, very fast one. Okay, at least you know what you need to do, right? Okay. Okay, how about the rest? Okay, very fast one. No need to log in. No need to log into Google, to your Gmail. You can just click on the link that I shared in Webex just now. Okay, click on that link. Okay, I share again. Where's the chat? Okay, this link. Click on that and you will be directed to this page. Okay, alright. Good. For example, if you're from matrix, which matrix? You can say that you are from matrix, molecular, and so on, right? Okay. Okay, Muhammad already done? Oh, process engineer. Okay, I like to see what is your dream job, Okay. Okay, good. Thank. Program engineer. Thank. Where's your photo? Okay, Mama Afiq, engineer, professional PC builder. Right.
Delete lah.
Okay, Tang Zung Moon, program engineer. From GP, Muhammad Amar from Yemen, Muhammad Omar, you're directly from high school, you enter UTM. Okay?
Yes, doctor.
Muhammad Afiq, Foundation, di ITM Dengkel. Bukit Mertajam, Pulau Pinang. There's a lot of you guys who your dream job is program engineer. So I would say that most of you like to use Arduino or Raspberry Pi. So that's good. So at least you know what you want to be since second year. Okay, Muhammad Syamil Iman, engineer, not sure. Actually, okay, not sure. Don't worry, not sure. That's why we have the subject Introduction to Mechatronics. So I'm going to actually explain to you what is actually in this subject is that you are going to learn what actually the option that you can go later on when you graduate. You can be process engineer, or quality engineer, or production engineer. So lots of option for mechatronics students. Right, the rest where are you? Where's your photo? No photo. Control system engineer, they good. Mechatronic engineer, I saw that some of you guys right there mechatronics engineer. So later on I will share to you one video. I will upload it, or I will play to you the mechatronic engineer the video on that. Okay, you actually, if you search for job, okay, you can actually check out in LinkedIn, or you can just Google any job on mechatronics engineer. Actually, there's no job on mechatronics engineer, but mechatronics engineer is basically you are learning about both field. It means that electrical and mechanical. So you have actually both options from electrical point of view and from mechanical point of view. So you can either be an electrical engineer, or you can be a mechanical engineer, or more for on the production engineer, process engineer. So lots of choices for those graduate under mechatronics. So I see that most of you have uploaded your profile. Okay. So don't worry if you put there mechatronics engineer. Don't worry. Just write there what you expect what you plan to be. Okay, since you are in second year, so you should have an idea what you should become. Right. So okay, I will just look at that later on. Okay, so those who are still filling that in, just try to fill it up. Okay, or you can fill it up later. So I'm going to continue with the slides. Okay, so for this class, this is a bit of a rule or regulation. So first of all is that on the late registration. So for those students who have not registered yet for the subject, in your registration slip in the USMP, so make sure that you do the registration ASAP, as soon as possible with your academic advisor. So it should be within this week, and the last period will be next week. Okay, week 1 and week 2. So make sure that you register it, and make sure that you are registered under the correct section. For example, if you are taking under my section 2, make sure that in your slip is written there section 2. Reason why, because later on when the lecturer mark your final exam paper, your name will be in the section in that registration slip. Okay, so if you are in the wrong section, then Dr. Fahmi will be marking your paper. Right? So second rules is that please be on time. Be on time is that for today, example, this morning we have class. Okay, so class at 8 actually. So but I told you guys that class is at 8:30. So most of you guys come on time, and so that's good. So make sure that you come on time. Grace period is about roughly 10 minutes. So if you have face-to-face class with me, normally I'm really strict about attendance. Means that if late attendance, better don't come at all, because you are going to disturb the class session. Okay, third one is that ask question for your own benefit. Okay, so especially on an online class like this, because I'm talking to my laptop right now, okay, facing the camera. So I'm as if I'm talking to myself. So I hope that the camera is on, and you guys are actually listening, not doing other things. So make sure that if you do not understand some of the topics that I'm teaching on the synchronized class, so you can actually unmute your mic and ask question. Okay, if it's in the asynchronous lesson, means that what I have uploaded in Ulearn. If you don't understand that, you can always email to me and ask. Okay, what are the things that you do not understand or what you want extra explanation. And number 4 is that class quiz always in the first or last minute of class. So this is normally if it's face-to-face class, but normally for this online class, I will give the quiz. I will actually notify you guys if there is a quiz. Okay. Number 5 is follow USD code of conduct, means that do not plagiarize, do not copy assignment and so on. Okay. Number 6, 80% attendance is required for final exam. So this is still applied to the online classes. Means that weekly attendance will be taken based on student feedback in Ulearn and student completion on the lesson. Okay, once students go through the flow of the Ulearn, the lessons, I will actually see that the lesson is completed. Okay, I will update the next week who did not complete the lesson. Means that if you do not complete the lesson by the next week, means that student did not attend class. Okay, simple as that. Okay, very easy. So make sure that student attend the Ulearn course and make sure it's completed, and you will have a green tick at the side of the lessons if it's completed. Number 7, consultation hours is based on appointment through email or availability. So means that if you want to consult me regarding class, make sure it's only through email. Okay, in Telegram, it's only for announcement. Announcements means that I announce things that important things which is urgent. So normally regarding class topic, I will actually in Telegram, I will just say that I have uploaded the lesson to Ulearn. So please refer. That's all. Okay, other than that, please use email. Do not call my handphone number because that's my private number. That's not UTM number. If you want to call, you can call my UTM number, which is the one that I showed in the second slide just now. Okay. Number 8, lecture notes can be uploaded at Ulearn. So I will actually upload the notes from time to time in Ulearn according to week. Number 9, pre-read and post-read main textbook and class note. Okay, this one is a general tip that you can apply to any subjects. Means that pre-read the notes first before class, and during class listen to what I actually teach, and after class do a post-read or summarize it into your own lecture note. Okay, and number 10 lastly is that plagiarism and cheating are not allowed on quizzes, assignment, or exam. This one, if I detect any sort of plagiarism or cheating, directly 0 marks. Okay, that it's if student A copy from student B, both students will get 0. So do not give other student to copy your work. That's the keyword. If you are caught cheating, then both will get 0. Right, so any announcement directly with the Ulearn. Okay, class representative for this semester, no class representatives because I directly in the Telegram. Right, so what topic will be covered in this subject? So we are going to cover on the fundamental subjects. So there are 3 main category of subjects for mechatronic courses. So we have the fundamental subjects, technology subjects, and applied subjects. For introduction to mechatronics is the fundamental subject. Means that fundamental that you compulsory to take it. Okay, if you take these subjects in the 4th year, means that you might not understand the other subjects that is linked to this introduction to mechatronics. Okay, so let me just share to you the teaching plan. Okay, this teaching plan I have uploaded in ULearn. Okay, so ULearn, you see that there are 4 learning outcomes. So explain basic concept of mechatronic system, explain the working principle of mechatronic system. LO3 is analyze, selection, and integration of mechatronic systems, mechatronic components, and LO4 is identify and analyze problem in basic mechatronic system. Okay, so this one synopsis you can just read it on your own. Okay, and reference here, you can see that lots of reference that you can refer, so you can either search it online, or if you are in campus, you can go to the library and borrow it out. Okay, for the assessment, okay, we have assessment midterm exam, which is 25%. Okay, we have assignment, which is group assignment, 15%, and we have final exam, which is 60%. So total is 100. So basically, the most marks will be in your final exam, 60 marks, and second top assessment will be from your midterm exam. Okay, so make sure that for these 2 parts you need to score. Okay, we go to the syllabus. So we have total 11 chapters, but it's fundamental. So the first one will be a brief introduction to mechatronic system. Then chapter 2 will be on sensor and transducer, what type of sensor and transducer, the dynamic performance. Okay, and then we go to signal conditioning, okay, the op-amp, okay, multiplexer and so on. Then we have the data presentation. Then we go chapter 5, 6, 7. We are going to learn about actuator, which is the electrical actuator, mechanical actuator, and pneumatic or hydraulic actuator. Okay. The last few chapters will be covered on the modeling, basic system model of a mechatronic system, and also a brief description of related topics to mechatronics. Right? So that will be briefly what will be covered in your in this subject. Okay. So if you see here for the LO, learning outcome, LO1 will be mapped to PO1. PO is problem outcome, which is PO1. So if you see PO1 is ability to apply knowledge on mathematics, science, engineering, fundamental. So means that is the fundamental subject in mechatronics. And PO2 is being mapped to LO3 and LO4. So ability to identify, formulate, research literature, and analyze complex electrical mechatronic engineering problems. So means that how we are going to relate it to assemble a mechatronic system. So the actuator, the signal conditioning, the controller, and so on. Okay, and for PO1 is being covered by knowledge and skills here. In knowledge and attitude, and PO2 is going to be covered by all of the 3 attributes, which is knowledge, skill, and attitude. Okay, so this one I think you can read it on your own. Okay, I will upload in ULearn. So what is about knowledge? Knowledge is a lifelong process. So means that you can actually gain the skills through learning, okay, and practicing it from first year to 4th year. Skill can be acquired means that if you read more, you find books or in YouTube, if you practice it, you see here the keyword and practice. Lots of workshop and resources are posted, so you can actually gain that skills. And attitude is the makes or break or our experience, means that the right attitude here. So if you see here, okay, when our attitude is one of the positive attitude, the chance of high quality work or at least very least enjoyable work means that you will actually achieve high quality work if you actually have a positive attitude towards your study in UTEP. Okay, so make sure that think positive. Okay, for now we have online class, so think positive. Maybe by having online class, it's much more easier for you to actually you're not going to walk anywhere. you're going to actually, I don't expect student cannot come to class, because most of the time if we have face-to-face class, student will have the reason why, oh, I come late to class because I wake up late, a jam, a traffic jam, and so on. But right now it's online class. You are actually attending my class from home, from your room. Okay, so there is no reason or excuses that you say you cannot come to class. Okay, these are the reference. Okay, the main reference that I refer to is this first one, Bolton Mechatronics. So electronic control system in mechanical and electrical engineering. So this one main textbook if you want to refer to. The other is supplementary. Okay, this one I explained just now. So assessment will be group assessment. Okay, so a bit on the group selection. So you're going to refer to ULearn. This one is I open to student to pick your own group members. One group, 3 students. Okay, right. One group, 3 students. So I'm going to open to ULearn right now. If you're in front of your computer, you can open your ULearn. Okay, so ULearn have the new interface right now, as you can see in the screen. So you have the general information here. I have updated that. You can read through. Okay, teaching plan, the one that I showed to you just now. Group. Okay, this one is where you need to click on select your own group. So students are required to select their team member, maximum 3 students per group. So you select your own team member. If first come, student student not allowed to change the group once submit choice. So deadline will be I give you 1 week to actually select your group, but of course it's going to open soon. The selection will be open by 10 today. So then at 10 a.m. it will be open and you can select your own group. Okay, for example, if student A, B, C, okay, you confirm you want to be in that group. Make sure that you select, okay, I'm going to be in group 1. So just select everyone, select group 1. Okay, directly. And then once it's full, then other student cannot click on it. Right, so make sure that synchronize with your friends. Okay, one student click first and then the other 2 students follow through. Okay, and if you see here, we have the book and resources. I have uploaded that too into the course. Okay, assessment. Okay, so assessment is that, okay, this one attendance is in here. So actually, student, think you can join the attendance right now, other than the one that I call out just now, because this one is synchronized, so that's why I call out your name just now. But if it's a synchronized class, means that you need to go to attendance. Okay, under assessment, attendance, submit, click on submit attendance for today, and click there present. If you are present, so save. If you're present, then save. So then it will say there self-recorded. So it means that you attended the class. Okay. And other than that, for every weekly class, I'm going to give you the feedback form. So this is actually the feedback form with one, which is the feedback form. So click on that. So inside here is that what I explained just now in the beginning of the class. So write in just fill in the form, write in your name, your ID, your year and course, and describe what you have learned for today class. Okay, means that what you have learned for today. I explain about what some introduction and so on. So you just put that in point form. At least I know you attended my class. Okay, so that is on assessment, and this will be on week 1. Okay, week 1, I have actually in the other weeks also will be similar to this in terms of the instruction. So you will see that I have actually shared here for today's lecture is that we have online class, platform, and blah blah blah. So I give you the link and the password, and then you have here lesson 1. Welcome to class BEKM2342. So if you see here on my right side, you see that there's a tick, green tick, right? So it means that I have completed all the lessons. Okay, so if you have not completed all the lesson, it won't have a green tick. So I actually can look at the report who has gone through the lesson 1. So for student, you just click on here and there will be an instruction. So for this case is that I have gone through, but you say, do you want to start at the last page you saw? I said, no, I want to start it from the first page. So lesson 1, okay. Students are required to follow the weekly lesson until completion. There are total 5 lessons. So lesson 1.1 to lesson 1.5. So I give you the instruction. So manual tick your attendance. So just tick your attendance just now. Okay, next is click on this to go to the next menu. So lesson 1.2, introduce yourself. So this one is the one that you took this selfie right now. Okay, so we have done that. Okay, so go to next. Okay, so next lesson is that I'm not going to share to you, not going to explain to you right now. You will continue it after this. Okay, for tomorrow, if you don't have time after this, you have class at 10, so you can do it tomorrow during class. We have class at 10, so you can continue doing this. So watch the video below this video, and based on the video, what type of career can a mechatronic engineer really apply after graduate? So what do you think? Okay, for example, and I say here, go to the website and search for several job titles that you can apply after graduation. I give you an example. Yeah, production engineer, quality engineer, a maintenance engineer. Okay, so after watching this video, go to the link that I share. Okay, so you are going to open this link. Okay, in this link, okay, what you see is that is actually this is under Ilmiah government, Malaysian government. So my job profile, in-depth career profiling portal. This is very good for students. So example, just now, I want to be a production engineer, but I'm not sure what actually a production engineer task is. Okay, so when I write there, I search the production engineer. You can see that there's a list underneath here. Oh, production engineer is industrial and production engineer. So there are 2 job titles that can be listed under production engineer. But I'm going to click on this production engineer. So if you see here underneath, okay, so you see that, okay, industrial and production engineer plan, conduct, research, design, and oversee the construction and operation, maintenance, process, and installation of plant. They establish program for coordination of manufacturing activities and assess the cost effectiveness and safety. So you see here that there are few job title linked to the production engineer. Is either production engineer, industrial layout engineer, communication analyst, or system. Okay, and you can see here that how many companies are hiring right now in Malaysia. Job opening 345, companies 195. Mean salary is 5,354, which is, wow, that's good, right, for a production engineer. And medium salary is 5,000. Okay, so if you see here, under here is there are tasks and responsibility. So you can see that, wow, lots of tasks. Of course, you're not going to do all of this. Maybe you are going to only focus on the first one. So which is establishing standard and policy for installation, modification, quality control, testing, inspection, and maintenance according to engineering principle. So that is one of the responsibility. Okay, so those are the tasks that don't only search for one keyword. Try to search for other keyword. Quality engineer, software engineer. Just now you update that you want to be a software engineer, so try to search for software engineer. Okay, software engineer, you see that software engineer. Okay, I'm going to click on that. So you see here is a software engineer. Okay, what are their job scope? So there are list of scope that they need to they are responsible for. So after finishing, go to lesson 1.4. So click on here, okay, 1.4. So 1.4 is reflection, means that actually to complete the to actually answer in Mentimeter. Okay, Mentimeter. Okay, after watching the video YouTube and after searching in Ilmiah just now under my profile, my job profile, okay, in your opinion, okay, in for bachelor degree in mechatronic engineering will enable you to work as engineer in what position? So just now you see that you have industrial production engineer, or you have analyst and so on. So type that at least minimum 3 and submit. Okay, right, very simple. And then after finishing, then only go to the next task. Okay, next task will be the last one, which is, okay, if you see here, there are 5 total lessons, which is 1.1 to 1.5. So this one will be the last one. So weekly feedback form. So after class, fill in the feedback form. So there's the feedback form link here. So click here and we'll open this link again. So answer the question. Right. So I will actually make the weekly course as a flow, so easy for students to follow through. So you will not get lost on the course. So I think okay, I'll continue with that one will be on ULearn. So I already explained on ULearn. Okay, so our class on the topic chapter 1 will start on next week, 22 October. Thursday. So tomorrow we do not have class, but you need to complete the lesson 1, which is 1.1 until 1.5. Okay, and this one is a bit on aim for the sky. Normally, you guys will only see success story. Okay, success story. Student gets CGPA 3.9. You get a PhD from Japan. Okay, you see only success story. This is what people see. Okay, so but actually behind all those success, people do not see the persistency. You persistently, for example, work hard to commit to do the tutorial, to complete all the tutorial, even though the lecturer do not ask it to, not compulsory to complete it. You see that there's a failure. For example, you didn't actually score good in midterm, but because of persistent hard working, then this student can actually commit to the final exam and get 100 marks, example, full marks, and therefore this student get an A for the subject. Okay, so failure, okay, doesn't mean failure you cannot succeed in the end. It's about, are you persistent doing it? Okay, sacrifice, okay, in terms of, are you going to give up on some spot because your CGPA is low, so you're going to give on sacrifice on a few spot for this semester so that you focus on study. Disappointment, good habit, waking up early, coming in punctual to class or coming in punctual to work, submitting online assignment on time. Those are good habits that student need to actually have embedded in your good habit. Hardworking, dedication. So this is all the things that other people won't see, but we know what we did to actually gain success. So reflect on your own self. Okay, if you are not successful now, reflect what have you didn't do yet. Okay, up until you become success. Right, so adapting to UC Life. So right now you are need to adapting to online classes. So what you plan for this semester, maybe you plan to get 3.5, but actually reality is that you have quizzes, assignment, you have midterm, which is like a wave, like a tsunami. Then you have presentation, you're not good in presentation skills. So that's where you need to practice. Okay, persistency. Okay, and final exam is like a deep ravine. So this is very deep, so that you either need to climb or you just be at the bottom of the ravine. Right, so this one I think most of you guys know how to actually calculate your CGPA. So if you're not, then refer to your academic advisor. Okay. Right, this one is about adapting culture shock, new friend, using curriculum, 60-40%, academic activities, non-academic. So those are the things that students need to adapt. Okay, okay, this one just a few photo back in Japan, adapting to life. I do not have any car. I'm cycling to the university, 40 minutes cycling to the university. So this is about adapting to life. Are you persistent? Can you actually are you resilient to actually face 5 years doing this cycling every day? So that's up to you. You are the one who are going to endure it. Okay. So I'm not going to explain much on this because don't have time. So adapting to busy life, new friends, not academic. I'm actually active in sports and so on. Okay, and this is what normally engineering. Okay, if you're not tired, you're not doing it right. Okay, if you think that you're taking engineering but you're not tired, not tired at all, you feel happy and so on, but still usage rate is very low, below 2.5. So it means that you are not doing it right yet. You see that engineer, you see other people is like sleeping soundly. Okay, but for engineer, for myself, when I was doing my PhD, when I sleep, I dream about my research. I was doing experiment in my dream. So that's how actually engineering students should be doing. It's not going to be a smooth journey. It's going to be a tough journey, but you will gain a lot of experience. Okay, so video career so on is one I will share to you in ULearn. Okay, so let me just look at what else that I'm going to share. All right. Okay, I just want to share an example. I have one example of my FYP student last semester. He graduated already, and Alhamdulillah, he get a job last month. He started working this week, at as a production engineer. Okay, production engineer at a Ding Ding company as a project engineer. So if you see here, this is an example of his CV. I asked him his CV so that I want to share with you guys what you should expect during the 4 years that you study in UTEM. Okay, so you see here that he has work experience because he was from diploma, so he have the work experience at Panasonic R&D department. Okay, but I want to show to you that this is what you should gain during your industrial attachment. So you see that this one is his intern during the degree, bachelor degree at Konica Minolta. So he was doing on develop inspection robot for part inspection by integrating camera with robot arm, auto separation process of part assembly. So follow trial production for new automation. So a lot of things that this student actually gained during his internship for 3 months. So internship is something that you really need to look into from now. Because you already know where you want to be doing your internship. Achievement, you see here that he actually I was his FYP supervisor and also his IDP supervisor for his group. So he actually I asked them to enter the UTMX Innovation Carnival, so they got a silver medal. And then he actually entered a few other carnival also. Okay, so he attained very good CPA during his polytechnic years. And what I want to show to you is on the technical skills that you need to actually gain during the 4 years here in them, because this is where the company, the HR, when they interview you, when they filter out CVs from fresh graduate, is that they want to see the technical skills. Okay, so you see here that it says the intermediate level in PLC, SolidWorks, C programming. Okay, handling flashbox creator, 3D printer, replica microbox 3D printer. So this on 3D printer is actually he gained under my supervision during FYP, because he's doing on 3D printing of a soft actuator. Okay, beginner level at robot arm, laser displacement, and using camera, the Q's camera. Intermediate level at proficiency in soldering, beginner level at electrical wiring. So a lot of skills that he put inside here, because and you need to put skills that really you can commit, because if the company sees that, oh okay, the student have a lot of skill and they hire you, but later on when they ask you to do this programming, this using the 3D printer, you do not know how to apply them, that will just you're going to embarrass yourself. Okay, so technical skill is something that you really have. Okay, additional skill that really important, this is soft skills, is that excellent communication skills in oral and presentation. So My student Izzat is actually, he gained all these communication skills during the final year project and IDP presentation under my supervision, because for my FIP students is that they are going to present weekly progress, means that every week we have a meeting, a group meeting, so students are going to present their progress weekly, okay, of course in English. So therefore they practice every week, 14 weeks practicing, and towards the end of the final year, they can already be fluent in presentation skill and even during interview, because practice actually do not make it perfect, but you actually make it a better presentation. Okay, excellent leadership skills. You see here, work well in diverse team environment. So if you have a group, then you can work together with other people. Okay, ability to work and this one is really good. Ability to learn new skills quickly with minimal guidance. This is what I like about the student design. Under my supervision, I just give him very simple instruction. He can actually do a lot more than what I ask. So this one is with minimal guidance. I'm not going to give him lots of instruction and he do it based on my instruction. He is going to actually present to me a lot more than what I ask. Right? So this one really is a good skill that student need to add in. The extracurricular activity is something that what he actually entered. So if you see here, he do not have activity like sports and so on. So if you have one, you can add that one. But important is that in a CV that you want to apply as a job as engineer, you need to have technical skills. Technical skills is important. You don't have that, and sorry, they won't actually hire you. Okay, so I think it's already 9:50. Any question? Any question? I think I have been like chatting for like 1.5 hours. Hopefully nobody is actually sleeping. Any question? Understood? Everybody understood? Understood, okay. So if everybody understood, okay, so please complete the lesson 1 in ULearn, okay. Go to ULearn and follow the instruction given. So I will actually do a simple report for next week and show to you who have not complete and who has completed the lesson. So please make sure that you complete the lesson before next Thursday, or if possible, just do it within the class schedule, because you can take it like 1 hour to complete it. It's very simple, just follow through. So if you do not have anything else, so that's all. Thank you very much. So no last question. Okay,
Doctor.
I think no one actually have any questions, so thank you very much.
Doctor.
So see you next
Doctor.
week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello.
Hello, Doctor.
Hey, Doctor.
Okay,
Doctor tadi.
finish class finish okay, because you have another class kan at 10 right, thank you, bye
Doctor,
bye.
can I know the password for the lesson?
Doctor tak pakai earphone.
You have question? Oh sorry, I didn't wear my mic rupanya. What is the password? Oh okay, what is the password? Password is what? Password, I forgot password. Password for lesson 1 is M. Password for lesson 1 is M. Okay, the password for lesson 1 is M. Okay, tak ada yang keluar lagi kan? Nobody went out yet, right? So password is M. So for lesson 1, so please enter. Okay, student which is not in section 2, do not go through the lesson. Okay, because it's very hard for me to actually filter out who's in my section. So do not answer that. I have total in my list of students is 32 students. So hopefully only 32 students answer that question. Okay. Right, password for lesson 1 is M. Right, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.
Thank you.